최고.
Hello. Hello, internet people. Hey, Dirk. No hello redeem, right? Because you're saving up. I do want to let you know the hello redeem is like a 1 point, so you could spend the 1 point. It probably wouldn't be that bad. But you know, it's still hello. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody else is doing well. What are we doing? We're working on Radicate. So last week we figured some things out. We're currently restructuring things. So the goal is make a game that's like Pokemon, hence the Pokemon assets as placeholders. What we want to do is make the world seem more alive. So we're going to have Pokemon, in this case, Eradicate, eventually other Pokemon that are like walking around doing things, eating food, drinking water, sleeping, playing with each other, fighting each other, whatever else. So currently we're trying to get Eradicate to eat berries. So we have these bushes and they will grow berries. And Eradicate is currently we're trying to figure out how to teach Eradicate to smell the berries. The circle is the zone in which he can smell things. If he can't smell things, then if he smells nothing, he's supposed to run around kind of randomly until he does smell something. And then he's supposed to go to the thing he smells and eat it. Eat the berry off the bush is the current goal. And so we're in the middle of restructuring his behavior tree, which affects how he does what he does and when he doesn't. We have some notes. These are the notes. So these are the things we're doing. Currently, Eradicate has a meter. And the meter gets over 50. He's hungry. As long as he is more hungry than he is thirsty, he will go find a food source. And so I think we have most of the tech in place. No, we have most of the tech. We have the code. It's not in the right spots. So we need to put it into the behavior tree in the right places. And the logic of that, it's confusing to me because I don't know how to do this shit. So that's what we're gonna try to figure out. So let's go see where the hell are we actually at. I believe at best food source is the script that we're fucking with. Yeah, right. Okay, so this is where Eradicate should sniff and search for food. So we need to run the find food and sniff for food commands. Those are two functions that are in Eradicate's parent script, right? Find food and sniff for food. Let's see. Okay, yes. So we have sniff for food. We have find food. Great. Hey, Water. How's it going, dude? Oh, holy shit. Oh my god. Is your name a play on the like it is Wednesday, my dudes? It's Water Day, my dudes? That's gotta be it, right? It is. Okay, cool. Wow, great. I did not fucking realize that. Wow. All right, well, you know, I've been sleep deprived. I'm still sleep deprived, having a weird stomach pain issue at night. Finally saw a doctor about it. Well, saw a doctor about it again since it got worse. But you know, if I miss incredibly obvious things like that, it's because currently, and since like 2 weeks ago, I've had a sleep deficit. All right. Branding is Water, but that's usually a taken name. So you're Water Day, my dudes. All right. Cool. Yeah, it'd be hard to just be Water. Like, you'd have to be the first person at like every website to make sure that your name could just be Water everywhere. That'd be fucking hard. All right. So let's try to figure out where the hell we're at here. So when Eradicate sniffs for food, he creates an array, and that array is anything that is any collision area that overlaps his little sniff zone, his area. And then he looks through that array and he gets the actual bush. He makes another array. So he gets array 0 is the collision objects. Then from all of those collision objects, we make a new array that is the parents of those collision objects. So now we have the actual bushes. And that'll be valuable because then we can send Raticate to one of those bushes. If the next array that's created, array 2, has values in it that are not 0, because the array 2 is all of the berries. Okay, all right. You forgot what Godot was. What was it again? It's the game engine. It's an open source, a free and open source game engine. It got lots of good press when Unity went fucking weird. Now you remember? It's okay. I think they're still relatively like small market share, but lots of people had said good things about them. And right as Unity shot themselves in the foot, I was going to start this project, and lots of people were like, "Fuck that! Don't use Unity. Use Godot. You can't trust Unity. You can trust Godot because Godot's just open source. If Godot goes fucking bad, then people can just make a fork and do their own shit. But also Godot probably won't. They probably won't pull that shit because like they're a bunch of their oh my god, what is it called? Like commits or something? A bunch of the like underlying functionality of Godot is made by like volunteers and shit. It's like they don't have traditional employees who they could all tell them like, hey, we're gonna be money grubbing bastards or you're all out of a job, kind of a thing. So hopefully it works out. So far it's worked out pretty well. I don't think there's been anything really big I've tried to do that I couldn't do. There have been 1 or 2 bugs. This, we have to make an extra array because there's a tiny bug. It's not that bad. 2 extra lines of code. How much performance could that cost us? Honestly, maybe a lot if we're having to do it for 50 plus creatures that are alive in the world. Oh well, what can you do? Okay, so that's what Raticate does when he sniffs. He creates a bunch of arrays that all have information. And so then we want to put that... Oh, shit, you know what? Yeah, okay, I remember. I remember what's going on. So we want to put that in a new part of the tree. So this tree used to not have find best food source. When we were building the tree, we were just testing things. And so we just gave him a bush that he would go to. And we tested to see like, okay, if you're not at that bush, are you smart enough to go to it? He is. If you are at that bush, are you smart enough to know you're at the bush and just eat some berries? Yes, he is. But now the problem is we're not giving him a specific bush to be like, this is the one bush you eat from. You've got to find some bush that's good. A lot of developers say Godot is good. One should understand that Unity does not equal Godot. Yeah, I think Unity is quite a bit more powerful. You can do more stuff, and I think it's more efficient. But you have to, I think, to get that extra value out of it, you have to know coding much better. And GDScript seems quite straightforward. And then I always have the option to make something in C# if I can't get what I want in GDScript. But honestly, what I want is not that complicated. I want a bunch of simple things layered on top of each other. I think GDScript will do it for me. It's mainly just not the same engine, otherwise you could do the same stuff with it. Yeah, sure. A bunch of devs that switched over off of Unity lost a lot of time. I think the most notable example was, oh my god, I think they're called Megacrit, the people who made Slay the Spire. They lost like months of dev time to switch over to Godot to build Slay the Spire 2. But like, they're going to make shitloads of money from Slay the Spire 2. So it should be fine. Okay, so when Raticate goes to look for his best food source, that's where we need our fucking new functionality. Okay, so then Raticate, what are you gonna do? What do we want you to actually do? While you're looking for food, you need to return running. Now, what exactly is the process? Actually, I guess, let's see, do I still, yeah, I have the behavior tree open. Okay, so these are all the things Raticate should be able to do. Currently, he can only do the middle. He can only do things that extend from this part of the tree. And not even all those, all but one. We need to get this guy functioning. So Raticate's supposed to be like, yeah, I'm hungry. I'm hungrier than I am thirsty. And then he needs to check to see, like, is there food around me? And then if no, he needs to find food. So I keep wanting to combine this function. Oh no, actually this function. So he's supposed to ask himself, am I at that food source? When he finds the food source, like he could be walking along and a berry could spawn right next to him. And then he could sniff that berry and then immediately be like, oh, hey, I'm here. Like, cool, I don't need to go to that spot. I found it and I'm right here. Great, I can just eat it. But if he finds a spot and he's not at it, he needs to go to it. And mentally, I keep trying to connect this idea with going to a food source with the idea of searching for a food source if you haven't found one, but they just need to be separate actions. I decided this last time. Fundamentally, they need to be separate actions because they are different things. One of them is, I don't have a food source, I need to find one, and I need to keep sniffing. The other one is, I have found my food source, I don't need to keep sniffing, just fucking take me there. Okay, all right. That sounds reasonable to me still. So then what we want to do is we're just going to add the sniff functionality in here first. So Mr. Raticate. It is just sniff for food. All right. All right, bro. Shit, I have it in here just like commented out. Whoops. Okay. So if we don't have a target prop, the target prop is what we designate from the end of this. No matter what, he's going to find a target prop. If he doesn't find one early on, then that means he hasn't found a berry bush with a berry on it to go eat. So he's going to walk around and search. So having this entire thing start off with only doing something if there is no target prop makes sense. I think if there is a target prop, then we just return success, right? So this is a behavior tree. So the whole idea of this section of the behavior tree is it's a sequence. It wants to return success for each section. Otherwise, it will the section it's in will designate that it has failed, and that's not what we want. We want all these things to run and either keep looping inside of themselves each step, or return success, at least once we're this far. Like, generally, a failure would be okay. Like if Raticate is hungry, he says like, "Am I hungry?" And then he says, "Am I thirstier than I am hungry?" And if that's the case, then it's okay to have a failure because then he's going to go down to trying to deal with his thirst because his thirst is more important. But once we've decided that he is in fact hungry and his hunger is the most important thing for him to deal with, then he needs to find success getting his food in some way. So the end result is that we need to get a target prop. And if we've already gotten a target prop and we come back through here, then we're just going to return success immediately because we've already done what the goal of this thing is to do, which is to find a target prop. Okay. Okay. Why are you mad about that? It's probably because it's mad about this upper part. All right, so we'll get it all straightened out before I worry about the errors. Okay, so then what's going to happen? He sniffs for food, which is him populating an array. And which array is it? So if array 2 if array 2's max is greater than 0, then we have found our best food prop, our berry bush that has the best food on it, and it's the item. Shit. Okay, so we're taking array 2 max, which is the max value in the array, but then we're finding the address of that. So if it's like the first item in array 2 has the biggest value, then we're getting that address. We're saying, okay, the first item in array 2. Then we're finding the matching thing in array 1, because if the highest number of berries in array 2 is the first item on the list, then that means the first berry bush on the list of array 1 is the berry bush that has those berries. So then that is the berry bush that has the most berries. Or is tied. I guess. Actually don't know what happens. We're looking for a max value. I don't know what happens if it's tied. Does it just fucking return one of them? Let's find that out. Returns the maximum value contained in the array if all elements are of comparable types. They are... Uh-oh. Okay, this seems important enough to look up real quick. Okay, so it's just like array.max. Nope. Start with Godot 4. Okay, Adblock. Okay, buddy. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you. God, like, what am I even trying to ask? Like, what happens when two values... what if two values are max? Shit. I'm afraid that if two values are the max value, then it's going to be like, well, I have to give you one value and neither of them are actually the maximum. They both are, but there's not one max and I need to give you one single max. Two values are max. Okay, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Well, autocomplete made me think I had a fucking hope. Okay, you know what? Let's... Like, we could just test it? Yeah, I guess we can just test it. Okay. So if I want to test it, then for now, we don't want Raticate to get hungry. So let's not do that. Currently, Raticate gets hungry over time as a timer runs out. Every time a timer runs out, he gets a little hungrier. We're not going to do that right now. So then the game should run just fine. And we'll find the ready fucking function. And what do we do? So we'll make array 0. Shit. We'll make array 0 a set of numbers. 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay. So now, if we try to get the max of this, we'll see what it does. So if we print array 0 max, do we need the little, I think we need that there. But then I also want to know, maybe it's capable of being like, yeah, the max value is 1. But what if I ask you for that address? Array find lets you find the address of the max value. So like it lets you find an address of something. In this case, of the max value. So like if your array was 0013 and you do array find and then you do array max, it should be the 4th value, which is associated with the number 3 because it's 0, 1, 2, 3. So you know what? I guess let's just do that first and make sure that is correct. If it's not shit, okay, eradicate. But like, you're not supposed to worry about this because you're not hungry. Don't run this stuff. You're not hungry. Hush. Comment this out. Just don't do this. Don't fucking run this. You're not hungry. Shit. Let me make sure. Did we just give eradicate a high enough starting value for him to be hungry? No, his hunger should only be 48. All right, you little fucker. You shouldn't get hungry. Don't try to run that code. Shit. You're still mad about it. God damn it. Interesting. So before I had errors in some of this code, but eradicate wasn't trying to run this section of it because this part of the behavior tree is only for if he's hungry. Okay, so like just return success, entire tree. I just need you to run for 1 fucking second, bro. Crap. Yeah, sorry, I saved it while it was running. Sorry, buddy. That was on me. Great. Okay, cool. Did you print? Okay. Printed 3 and 3. That was a bad example because it did exactly what I wanted, I think. But now let's try making these both 1s. So now the problem is going to be that there is a max value, but then finding that max value, like technically it's in 2 addresses. It's in 2 spots. I'm hoping it just returns the first one. That's what we want. Like if eradicate will just return the first one, it's totally fucking fine. Cool. He just returns the first one? Yeah, 0, 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. Great. Cool. Perfect. All right. So then I don't need to worry about this. It works exactly how one would hope.
Hello.
Crazy Pants. Hello. Hope you're having a nice time out on the couch. Okay. So then what do we do? We now know that the arrays work the way that we want. We can have 2 berry bushes that each have 3 bushes, but eradicate will just choose the first one in the list. And he'll go toward that one. But I need to handle the transition properly from... Like, he needs to be sniffing constantly. And he needs to keep doing that until he finds a value. And at that point, we worry about finding food. So there's no reason to try finding food unless you have, unless array 2 max is greater than 0. So currently in here, we have if array 2 max is greater than 0, do some stuff. But I think really we don't even actually want to be running this function if array 2 max is not greater than 0. So like really putting this in here is probably not the place to do it. We only want to run the function if that's already true, I think. So then we need to worry about that in here. So then what we would do, uncomment these things since I did that little test run. Okay, so if he has no target prop, then sniff for a prop. And then after that, if his array 2 is greater than 0, then I think it's just like success. Like you found it. You found a berry. Good job. Stop worrying about this whole action. You don't need to find food anymore. You have, whoop. I want to make sure I spelled it right. I did. It was just array 2, and then its max is greater than 0. Then return success. So that means like you did it. Oh, this needs a colon. Great. Okay, errors, you seem like you should have gone away. What's your deal? Error at 8.1. Expected indented block after function declaration. Oh, right, because this is part of a greater function, right? Because all behave stuff is part of the tick function. Okay, you're right. You right, Godot, you right. Okay, great. All of that's gone. You should probably just indent this stuff too while you're down there. That will fix that. Maybe not though, because this part is kind of wrong still. Okay. More indenting. Man, usually I so appreciate like grammatical structure, like writing essays and stuff, papers. It's been a long time since I've done that. I guess I'm rusty. It's super fucking important for coding. God, I've been coding this game for like half a year now. Still bad at the fucking grammatical, I don't know, syntax maybe is the better term? I don't know. Is it grammar when it involves code? There's probably a better term. Okay, so anyway, now that's correct. So that's the easy situation. He sniffs, he finds berry. Good. But otherwise we need to send him off to look for food. So, oh shit. Okay, wait, now hold on. I need to back up a little bit because this is incomplete. Because what we actually need to do is, if there's a berry, if he finds a berry in array 2, then he needs to run find food, which will fill out those other arrays and get him the address of that. If it's the fourth berry bush is the one with a berry, or the one with the most berries, then he needs to get that actual object ID, which is what he'll do with find food. He'll figure out, he'll make the right array that has all the object IDs, and he'll be like, I need that one, I need the fourth one, I need the third one, whatever. And then now at that point, he's got target food. He has a target prop. Okay, so then that part's good. Great. Then we would have an else. And the else is going to be that he has to run like a find food action. And I guess we just write that in his script. Yeah. Okay. And then God, Radicate. So Radicate's script is getting fucking bloated. And I think what needs to be done is we need to take some time. I already thought about it a little bit, how to make these take sections of Radicate's script and make them into components. Components is the term. And then that should help, not only help organize this fucking monster of a script, but then also should help it should help with making future sims. Symbiotes are my version of Pokemon, if you're some random person who hasn't seen any of my previous videos in which that was discussed. Okay, so we need a find food function. I think this is poorly worded. Because this isn't him finding food. And I think it's a bad idea. I think initially I was thinking of having the find food function. Not only would it, if Raticate had sniffed a berry, it would designate the right bush that has that berry as his target. But if that didn't happen, then he would go search for food. I think those should just be separate functions. Yeah, so maybe this should just be part of sniffing? And find food should just be him finding food. Okay, does that make sense? So the idea would be that instead of just sniffing and ending in an array with all the berry values, we take it one step further and go like, hey, if you found a berry value, then go ahead and designate your target. That seems like that's good to be one like locked in function. He's only going to be sniffing for stuff if he hasn't found a target. So at the end of his function where he sniffs for stuff, you might as well give him a target if you can. That's like as clean as it can be. You only do the thing if you don't have a target. And so then if you can, which we can, we'll give him a target at the end of the thing, if at all possible. Instead of having it be separated. Like, having it be separated as two different functions, but then I'm going to always run one right after the other. Like, that's dumb. Don't do that. Boy, I hope this makes sense. Okay. So we go through and we populate array 2 with all the berries from each of the bushes. Then I didn't grab the variable as well. Okay, so then let's define the variable up top. The beginning of the function. Okay. So now his sniff function just ends in him making a target prop. So then what do? We go to find best food source, and we don't need to run actor find food in here anymore. We've now combined that functionality in a sensible way with just sniffing. And so then, actually, hold on, let me cut that, because then, so the idea is going to be, now he sniffs for food. If he finds his target, success. Move on to the next step of your behavior tree. Move on to the next node. But otherwise, you need to, oh my God, so many indents. Otherwise, you need to find food. And you should return running. Because we want him to keep repeating this one specific script over and over. Because find food is going to send him searching somewhere. He's going to walk toward a destination. And every frame, it's going to restart this and sniff again. And then we need to make sure that his finding food function will only run. It's like, how do I express this? So the find food function is going to choose a point for him, and then it's gonna send him off to that point, and he needs to be sniffing every frame of the way. He sniffs in case he finds a bush, and if he finds a bush, then he needs to stop going toward that point. But not only that, we need to cut off the go to this point, the find food function. We need to cut it off if he finds food. We also need to make sure it doesn't constantly restart. So like, let's say it chooses a point over here. If I'm not careful about the functionality, about how I put the code in, he's going to move for one frame, and then he's going to change the spot he's going to. So it needs to be like, if he doesn't have a spot that he's going to, then we give him one and he starts going to it. If he already has that spot, he doesn't need to get a new one and he just keeps going toward that one. And then probably like once we get here, we erase like his target destination. And then the next frame when it runs again, it'll be like, oh, it doesn't have a target destination. Let's choose a new one like down here. And then, okay, now he's off to go down here. And once he gets here, again, choose another destination. Hopefully he finds a berry. If he goes like all the way around his known zone and he doesn't find any berry bushes because all the other rats ate them and the player looted them, then he'll just go inside his den where we have a cop-out, just pretend fake stash of food that he will then eat. Okay. Okay, so then how do we fucking do that? How do we make find food do that? Okay, so yeah, let's maybe expand these comments to kind of help with that. So we already have array 3, which has some points kind of spread out in that area I kind of walked Raticate around in, that like circle of the sand where the bushes are gonna potentially spawn. So we're gonna choose a point from that. I think maybe we choose like the closest point. Okay, it would make sense to start with the closest point. Essentially, like the idea is that Raticate's got like, he's got like his known little path he takes. Like, my cats in our house know where food usually is, so they'll go check those spots. So once he gets onto, he should go to the closest spot, and then he should kind of like do the circuit from wherever he was. So I guess we want to choose the closest or next point. So if he had a point already and he gets there, then we kind of want to like increment and be like, okay, now you're going to, you just went to point number 3 in the list, go to point number 5. So then when he first starts, he finds the closest point and he's got to be like, okay, that's in the list, that's like the 5th point. So that's my current target, is the 5th point with this XYZ coordinate. I'm going to keep moving toward that XYZ coordinate with the nav mesh. I'm going to get there, and then I'm going to increment that I was going to the 5th point. No, now I'm going to the 6th point, and that has this XY coordinate. I'm going to go off to there. And then the 7th point, then the 8th point, and then we loop around back to 0. I don't know how to do that. Figure that out. That's got to be doable. Probably just like if he tries to go to the 9th point, but there's only 8 values, we like compare some numbers and then just restart him at 0, I think. We can definitely get the number of values in the array. So if we can get that number and he tries to go to a number higher than that, yeah, we just set his new destination to the 0 position value, the first one in the list. Okay, so we want to choose the closest or next point. From array 3 for Raticate to navigate to. Yep. But that's, let's close the inspector. Let's get a nice long situation going here. Okay, so how about if Raticate has no destination? Right? If he already has a destination in mind, then we don't want to give him one. God, is there a better way? Yeah, okay. Wait, hold on. Maybe it's better to think about this as 2 separate steps. So, like, if he has no destination, shut up, you're a comment, don't do that. If he has no destination, choose the closest point from array 3. And then when Raticate arrives at his destination, we'll say at that point, we choose the next point from array 3. So then the only time he won't have a destination is when he hasn't been searching for food. So he starts searching for food, gets a destination, he heads to that destination. And I guess we should say if Raticate arrives at his destination, because he might not. He might get stopped early to go do other stuff because he found his berry, so he doesn't need to keep searching. Okay. And then we also need to decide, we need to figure out if Raticate visits every location in array 3. Then we need to send him to his den. Okay. So those are that's the major cycle of his like targeted destination. He has none. When he has none, he chooses the closest. Then when he arrives at that closest destination, he will increment up and choose the next destination on the list, and then start heading there. And then if he's gone to every location in the array, then that's him. He's kind of decided like, wow, there's no food. I should go eat my secret stash in my den. Okay. So we need to make sure that Raticate's sniffing on his way. That'll just be taken care of by the behave tree. Oh my god, I have like a bug bite or something on the back of my head. Oh, why did I have to notice it? It's so itchy. Okay, so how do we handle the functionality of him finding a bush along the way? We're going to keep, because of the behavior tree, we're going to keep running this. So it's like, in some situations, like in this situation, I would feel like you need to do like a while loop, like while he has no target. But because the behavior tree is going to keep running this, it's almost like we're kind of stuck in a forced while loop. Specifically, like while we haven't returned success on our behavior tree on the specific node, it's going to keep repeating this because it either returns success or it returns running, which repeats that script over and over. So I have to remember that for conceptualizing how to do this, and that's hard because while loops already fuck with me because I'm a bad coder. I wouldn't even consider myself a coder yet. Maybe once the game's done. Maybe once I finish the game. I don't know. How many pieces of art does an artist have to do to be an artist? I wish there was an actual answer. Just one? Sure. All right. But now, in my head, that's the answer, but then, most of my brain is like, that's a dumb answer. That's dumb. It's technically true, but no. We reject. And I can feel the childishness of that mental rejection. I can't do anything about it though. It's so powerful. Yeah. All right, well, hopefully somewhere between 1 and infinite lines of code, I'll feel like I'm a coder. Okay, so then how do we do that? I guess we just have a bunch of we nest all of this within the same if statement that's in the behavior tree. The if there is no prop. Being an artist or a coder has nothing to do with quality or quantity. Oof. Okay, fine. I'm a coder, but I'm not a good one. If you've done it, you're a doer of it. Wow. That sounds like a line in a song. If you've done it, you're a doer of it. Somebody could make that rhyme and sound cool. Even if it's real bad or real tiny, yeah. My code real bad, real tiny. Tiny code. Tiny bad code. Oh my god, that sounds like a great name for a company. Maybe I make my company called Tiny Bad Code. Currently, my thought is that I would just call it Seth Makes Games. Because that's what I'm doing. And that is absolutely a ripoff of, Maddie Thorson? I think now she has an actual company. But her original company, it used to be named Matt Makes the Games. I think now it's Maddie Makes Games. It's like so perfect. It just is what it is, you know? Like, just name the thing what it is. Like, there's a bunch of words in German that are just like, you just shoved 3 words together to describe the function of the thing. It's fucking smart. Okay, I'm deflecting. Let's figure this out. If he finds a new berry bush, then stop all this. I didn't need all of this to stop. So and then let's get our structure back. If that were the case, like, what fucking happens? The moment he finds food, we can just be done with this function. Because then he's got a target. And the next time this runs, the next frame, we're just going to skip all of this because we've got a target and we just go right to success. Okay. And so this comment we don't need anymore. Also, can't fucking set something. You're just checking something. 2 equal signs. Hello again, Dirk. Oh, shit. And oh, wait, no, we need, if it's not null. Right. That's why I deleted one equals sign. I need to put the exclamation point. So now we have a thing. Once we have a prop, then boom, we just succeed and we're moving on. Okay. Cool. It feels good when you design like designing the behavior tree before you have all the functions working. Like, it just feels like it's like you're done, but you're not yet done. You see how to get where you're gonna get. It's really nice. It feels good. I feel like I have the structure in place correctly now. There's the cheese. Oh my god. It would be kind of clunky, but I can activate that. The problem is I don't have a shortcut for it. Oh my god, throw the cheese was the first command that I ever made.
Throw the cheese!
I was about to say I have trouble finding it. I was going to say I would probably have trouble finding it because here, I'll just this is one half of my bot commands. I can just show them. Oh my god. But it's the first one, so easy. I appreciate your dedication to the frugality, Dirk. Good job. Trouble fighting it. No, finding it. Ah. Okay. So Eradicate, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? This is all if target prop is null. Because the moment the target prop is something, we don't do any of this. Okay, all right. You can't fight the cheese. Give in to the big cheese pot. Oh. I didn't realize it was a pot of cheese. Give in to it. It sounds like, I don't know, it would want me to eat it. If a giant pot of cheese told me to give in, hopefully that giant pot of cheese would realize that what I'm thinking about is eating it. Well, depending. If it's a big pot of cheese at a party, nah. Not even tempted. That shit's gross. Shoot, I need to go get my arm sleeve, my compression sleeve for my right arm. I'll be right back. Oh, I slammed my knee into the wall like so hard. I'm gonna be not functional for a moment. I'm so sorry. Oh my lord. Wow. Wow. I didn't think I could hurt my own knee this bad. This is impressive. Holy shit. Oh, it's like when you hit your elbow and like your whole elbow just like hurts and is tingly and numb at the same time. Like somehow it's just like all those things. Holy shit. Oh, Dirk said, "Oh no."
Oh no.
There we go. Oh, okay. Okay, I can think now. Oh my god. Oh, it still hurts though. Okay. Let's get distracted dealing with Raticate. So like, what the fuck, Raticate? What do we do here? If you have no fucking target prop, then what that means is, okay, so I'm gonna like outline my thoughts. Heals. Dude, healing spells seem so cool. Like it'd be cool to like throw fireballs at people in a world with magic, but like the coolest thing would be like if you fucking hurt yourself, you can just like use some magic and then you're not hurt. That's so cool. 254 HP restored. Ooh. How much HP is my max though? That might not be enough. Fuck, how do I want to do this? How do I do this? So we just need to choose a point from array 3, right? And array 3 already comes pre-filled up. Yeah. So what we're gonna do in the future, when we update Godot, there's a new function where we'll be able to just change this array. We'll be able to populate it with some like random points spread around a radius. And then we can organize them like in order. And then essentially make like a little makeshift route for Raticate to run, or for any of these symbiotes to run. Probably like 10. Oh my god. Bro, then you just like overhealed me like 25 times as much as I need. Damn. I appreciate that. Greg, move your little cat butt. Thank you. Okay. So we would take Raticate if we want the closest value. We would take Raticate's position. We're going to make a fourth array where we take Raticate's position and we subtract these positions. And then the smallest value is the closest spot. Okay. Magic's fun until you start paying bills. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look, it better be fucking cheap. Like how... Like normally a doctor's gotta like look at your medical history and stuff. Like a A healing spell like a cleric can just like, boom, heal you. Spellcaster work in fantasy is fucking pricey. I would love to watch an anime about somebody like dealing with the logistics of being like a healer. Being like you're like a medical emergency response team, but like you just like show up to a party that's in need and you like heal them and stuff. And then like the fallout of like you gotta chase down the people who owe you money. But yeah, that would make sense if it was expensive because it was fast. There are apothecary in anime. Like what? Like which one? Okay, so let's go back to this view. I like this better. So, so we want to make an array for. And, a drugstore from another world? Is that like the actual fucking name? I have seen many animes recently with that name. Hey, Teamworm. With names like that. It's very funny. The party always needs you. At first, I thought that was a comment about like you being a healer in a game. But now with it doesn't start until I walk in. Now that's now it just sounds like you're a narcissist. Which maybe you are. I don't know. Could be. And that could be an accurate statement. Probably not. Probably not. But maybe. Okay, so we need to make array 4. We need to populate array 4. And that has to be no, we're gonna append. Okay, so for each oh, sweet, it auto-corrected me. Shoot, yeah, let's not capitalize our arrays. Let's just make sure. Hold on. Yes, great. Okay, no capitals. Isekai is a popular genre because everyone wants to leave Asian social structure. Oh, that's so sad. Dude, I feel like everybody wants to leave Earth. The people in charge on Earth, like, they are fucking things up real bad. Okay, so we have array 3. Array 3 is a bunch of locations. So then for every item in array 3, we want to we would do array 4 append. We want to add a value into array 4 and it's just Radicate's position, which we get with just position. And then we want to subtract X? Ooh, the value of X. Shit. Ooh. Okay, I'll have to go back and look at my code. I think we can figure this out. For every item in array 3, we want to shit. Yeah. I do that a lot. I should start naming arrays by its content. Yeah, I initially started... I had long names for them. And then I was referring to them as array 1 and array 2. And I was like, okay, you know what? It's really annoying to have them with their really long names. And honestly, I think right now... it's still easier. I can keep them all straight pretty well. I'll need to be an archaeologist once I get back to the code. Well, I did... for these arrays up here, I did comment what they are. So I think... so yeah, that at least, you know... The trail is there. The paper trail is there. And yeah, you know what? Let's do that for array 4. Array 4 is eradicates distance to each of the values in array 3. And actually, you're sorry, don't worry about it, bro. If I hadn't done that, I would have appreciated the advice. Wonder if there's an easier way for me to do this. Like right now, I'm many times in Godot, I have thought about a way to do something that involves like calculating stuff, and then like Godot just has a built-in function. What if could we just find like I want the closest location. Like it is the closest location to an object, but the closest location in an array. Nearest object in a group. Okay, that could be what we want. You burned yourself. Oh no. Rare time blister hasn't been torn or exploded. Oh, that can be so weird. Just having a weird like pocket of fluid. And then eventually it just like it all disappears, except the skin on the outside is like still the same shape. It just like slowly becomes less like swollen. And then you just have this like weird bump of loose dead skin. Weird experience. Well, yeah, so Durg, so there was a time before when I was going to do that exact thing. Find the closest location, like essentially using Pythagorean theorem. But then there's just a function to do that. So there might be something like this. Interesting. Nearest a spawn point. Spawn point global position, distance to player. Oh, okay. So his idea is this person's looking for like a closest spawn point, and this person's suggestion is you just assume one of them is closest. Can you do closest from array? Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's the exact specific thing I don't know how to do. So this person has an interesting suggestion, which is you just assume one of them is the closest. And then you go through all the values. And if one of them is closer, you say, okay, actually that one's the closest. Okay, right. We should use global position. Okay. Okay, let's try this out. So let's think about this, because then that makes it much simpler. So let's just exactly comment what we are doing right here. Eradicate needs to find his closest. I will just say the closest point on array 3. So we might actually not even need array 4. So then what we want to do is set do we just define this a variable that's called like closest point? How about like destination point? Go with that. And then also, let's not separate those. Let's give this a comment. This is the point Raticate is heading toward. If he smells no berries. Okay, so... So, we just set destination point equal to... it's going to be array 3. And then... oh, come on, fingers. You got to learn where that is. So I think if we just put array 3, 0... That is going to... We're setting his destination equal to the first item. Mustache hairs. We're setting his destination to the first item in the list. And then... we need to go through array 3. And... we're going to do some math. Based on this guy's suggestion. Can I just like see the whole thing? Great. Okay, cool. Shit. Okay, this is from 2018. So some of the like structure, some of the verbiage might be different. Hopefully we can still use this idea. Okay, so this is equivalent to 4x in array 3. So... he's taking... spawn point global position... distance 2, and the player's global position. So we would do that with Raticate's global position and our the values in array 3. And then specifically if it's less than... Okay, so yeah, let me just fucking copy this. And then we'll put it in here as a comment. Don't get mad at me. No, hey. Don't do that. Okay. So we're going to do something. And then we're going to set... we would set... destination point equal to x. That is this thing's equivalent. Ooh, no, it needs to be the actual value. This is the actual, like, address. Ooh, hold on. All right. No, it does just match. It is for spawn point and spawn points. Then set the nearest spawn point equal to that. Interesting. Okay, getting used to how to refer to arrays is confusing. But I guess more often than not, you're specifically... unless you put this bracket with like the address number, with the index number, then you're always referring to the actual value of it. If you add the brackets, then you're referring to its like address. Where is that value located? All right, we'll fucking try it. I might need to do some tests like printing to make sure that this works right. Okay. This is going to be specifically if, and then would just be like x dot global position and then distance 2. And then we should just be able to do global position. Like Raticate should just have a global position. Now, okay, so there's a problem here because the example we are trying to adapt from is using objects. And we don't have objects, we just have a bunch of vectors that already are a global position. So could we just do x distance 2? Because it's a vector 2. Ooh. This might be different enough that I won't be able to figure out how to do it. I need Small Brain in here because he knows how to talk Godot better than I do. Okay, no, you don't need to come back here. It's all down here, buddy. Oh my god, you are here. Alright. Sweet. Fix my problem. No, maybe not. Maybe this will actually work. I'm trying to adapt an example from potentially not... Yeah, no, it's definitely not from Godot 4. So not only is it not from Godot 4, but then the example uses objects and getting their global position to compare to another global position. But the problem is that I have coordinates. I have coordinates and a global position, not a global position and a global position that I need to compare to. Shit. It would be destination point distance to. I want to know the closest distance. No, I want which item in an array. Trying to figure out which item in an array is closest to Raticate. So we have an array of X and Y coordinates. And oh, Dirk, that's a good advice. Look up vector 2 functions and procedures. Yeah, that's a good point. So we have this array of a bunch of locations, and Raticate needs to figure out the closest one to go to. And the example that I saw seems pretty well laid out. Let me just bring it up. It's an example of somebody trying to put their player at the closest respawn point. And this person suggested just choose one of those points as the closest point, and then go through your array of all the different objects and then yeah, do exactly that. Loop, like go through the array and look at every position, and if it's closer, then go ahead and say, okay, actually, let's go to the closer one. So then you just start from a point, you just choose one that's going to be your closest, and then you go through and look at all of the positions, and if any of them is closer, you just say like, okay, actually that one is the one we're going to go to. And then that should handle itself. You go through the whole list of all your different values in the array, and you end up with whichever one is closest. So that makes sense. Now the problem is I have vector 2s and a global position, whereas the example is objects. Objects with a global position. So it's like I'm trying to change the code to go from comparing two objects and getting their global positions to I already have some global positions, and I have another object's global position. But yeah, I think Dirk is right. I should look up vector2 functions. But I guess let me finish the how I think this should be. I think this would work. Well, I think this is converted correctly. Distance to global position. Okay. So what I could always do is make some nodes that are just positions, and we could copy this exact structure. Okay, let's do that. So bad with the indenting today. Yeah, small. I just have hard-coded positions in an array, and I want to get the distance from that position to a to Radicate's global position. Interestingly, it's not mad at me. I feel like this isn't going to work though. But let's go look at it's in help online documentation. Let's go look at vector2s, and let's see if we can do distance 2 using a vector2. Then like we're totally good. Which I would think you could, because like that seems it's so hard. It's so hard not knowing anything about coding really, and something like fucking makes sense in my head. That we would be able to do this. Yeah, we can do distance too. Okay, so this should just work. Like this should just fucking work. So real quick, if I try to run this, even though Radicate doesn't get hungry, I think it just crashes because the behave tree won't function right. Oh no, because I restored it. It now can either return running or success. And that's all it will check on immediate run. Okay, so then what we can do to test this is let's go put this code up in the ready function. Yep. And fuck, I forgot the variable. Shit, but also the point where nope. I also just needed the one line above that where we set the destination point. Okay, so we have a variable called destination point. We're going to set destination point equal to the first value in array 3. Then we're going to go through every value in array 3 and compare the distance from that value to Radicate's position. And if we ever find a lower value... Shit. Yeah, this is wrong. Nope. I need to actually calculate something here. This is, yep. Now we'd be comparing a position to the distance between positions. That's not what we want. We need to make this, shit. Array 3 dot distance to global position. Okay, so if this works, then I need to fix this line of code down there. So what I want to do is, let's just print. Let's print this big old value. And then also... Yeah, let's print each value as we go through it. Why not? And so then we was like, we can see it working. This is so cool. It's like, this is the most mundane thing, but it's so cool. So then what we would want to do... Oh, no, we would print after? We'd print after. Destination point equals X global position. Wait, hold on. Right, this. Yeah. Okay, actually, no, that's making me think this needs to be a different variable. Because we do actually want a destination point at the end. So yeah, that's silly. So okay, what I need it to be is let's rethink this. So the end result is that I need the XY coordinate that belongs to that X value. So I can compare distance to the chosen point either once or each time. I think what I want to do is... Oh, what is the easiest way to do this? Shit. Now I've like confused myself. So Small Brain is right that we need to change this to be like x dot global position. But now I'm like trying to use this destination point as like two different things. I don't think this works. There's no easiest way. You just choose one or the other. Well, I guess I'm like, my brain is muddled. I'm getting confused about exactly how to do this. So what I was thinking is we might need two variables instead of just one. So right now, the result of this is that I want an XY coordinate printed, right? I want to print out an XY coordinate. And the problem is, I was thinking that would be our destination point. But then I realized I don't... Yeah, Small Brain, that's what I think I need to do. I need like a closest distance variable and then the destination point that matches that variable. And then whenever we find a closer one, based on... We use closest distance variable to find the closer one, and then we update the destination point. So... Yeah, okay, so that does convince me that I think we do need two variables. So we still have destination point like we had before, but we also have like a closest distance. And so then, this might be redundant. Let's find out. Oh, actually, no, hold on. Let's do it like this. So we actually want, this is our closest distance. It's not, I'm not sure. What it feels like is there is a very clean way to do this with only one variable, and like I can't see like how to do it. But this could be okay. And so then destination point, we just start with you being that value. Okay, so the destination point is the XY value. And then the closest distance point is you take that XY value and you calculate the distance from that to Radicate's global position. You're going to restore. Be back in a bit. Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so it's Dirk, there's a like discount store here called restore. I think it might be spelled like that. I don't know. It's very weird. It's very hard to talk about. It's a cute play on words, but it's confusing to talk about. Okay, so now we have the separate variables. So then what we want to do is... So we're still doing this. We're still going through array 3 and checking to see if we have a closer value. Yeah, it's a reselling store that benefits a group called the Habitat for Humanity. They help with homelessness and stuff. They're pretty cool. So if we find a closer one, then what we do? Nope, hold on. This is a nice mirror of up there. You are the new closest distance, and just X is the new destination point. Okay. You think I should set the destination point when I found the closest position and not until then? Oh, okay. So that does feel like the thing that I was thinking of, that like there's a cleaner way to do this. So instead of setting it each time to the newest closer one, yeah, Dirk, I know you're further behind, so you were agreeing about having the two variables. So how would we do that? It shouldn't be part of this if. So we would... Okay, so let's hypothetically, we don't have this in here. So the array runs through its whole... It's for... Not, I guess not even a loop, it's for line. It's not a loop, it goes through the for part. It looks at every X in array 3, and we have now a new closest distance. Would we... It's like I need the index value of this. I honestly think, like, I know this is less efficient, but I don't know how to avoid setting this destination point every single time. Because what we would have to do otherwise is we wait till this is done running, and like our end result is just like a distance, like a number. But we need to work back from that number. We need to know, like, okay, number, where did you come from? Oh, you came from this value in the array, so that's what we need to go for. So either way, it's like I need to store... Yeah, I would need to store that information, and we'd have to store it every time we update it to a new one anyway. So why don't we just store this destination point anyway? I think it is actually less work. Yeah, unless we like stored some kind of pointer along with this, which is like at that case, at that point, it's just like just as costly. We can encapsulate it in a function and don't call it destination point. But would that actually be more efficient though? I feel like this might just be an okay way to do it. I think this ends up being about the same and is slightly less complicated. I think this could be okay. So I want to print each of these to test and see if this works. And so let's choose a number in the middle of the array, or one that's far away, so that we know it'll choose a better number. Let's choose number 1. Oh shit, what? Okay, wait, would there be a problem? Global position should not be relative to anything. That is the specific power of global position compared to regular position. I believe relative position is, or just position is like relative to the parent node. I believe. And so global position is something that Godot keeps in mind. It has some way of knowing where everything is, not in relation to anything else, but just to some global coordinate system. Okay, so let me just try this. I think we could just run this and see. Let's see if it works. And I guess, hold on, because really what I want to do, I think at the end, the result should be that I want to print closest distance one more time. No, I want to print destination point one more time. And that should be our closest point. And because Raticate is standing, I think he's standing very close to this one. So I think it'll be this one. Okay, wait, actually, then for that reason, hold on. Let's move our boy. Let's move that rat. Let's put him over here and see what it does. A kind of more effective way. Or no? I'm glad it's confusing you two, because it's confusing me. Okay, we're just gonna try this. We're gonna see what it prints. If it doesn't just crash. Please don't be mad at me, Godot. Fuck. Okay, why are you mad? Invalid get index global position on a base vector 2. Okay, vectors don't have a global position. A vector 2 is just right, it just is a position. Okay. You're 8.4k points as confused. I don't know if you want to make this a confusion contest. So I will win. Okay, wait. So we can't use global position. We have to shit. We have to do something else. Okay, if the distance to Raticate's global position is less than... Okay, this is supposed to be... Shit, okay. I need to change this. This is supposed to be closest distance. No. Oh my god. Okay, no, it's not. It's not. Because we're doing the calculation again. So actually, I think we could make this more efficient by just having this be... We don't need to run this calculation every time. This can just be closest distance. Shit. Okay. The destination point is an XYZ. Nope, just XY. Just XY. Closest distance is going to just be like a number. Okay. And then, right, I want to print array 3-1 now. I want to print our starting value. Okay. And so then we would compare the distance from each array XY. Sorry, oh my God, sentences. We take each value in the array, the XY, and we calculate the distance to Radicate's global position from that XY. And then if that is less than our current closest distance, again, that's just a single value, that's just a distance value, that makes sense, then we want to redefine both of these. And yeah, Derek, it's hard to keep it straight while thinking about it. Probably better names would help me. Then I have to go through and change everything. Frustrating. Okay, and so then what we want to do is we want to set our destination point to X. And then we set the closest distance to this value. It's this thing. It's that value. This calculation again. Okay. That might have fixed it. Shit, it was still running. Oh my God. Oof. I'm right in your dumb knob, bro. You I don't know, it's like you do what I do where you jump to a conclusion and it makes sense, but like you missed one little twist on it. Oh shit, Dirk, wait, closest coordinate is a thing? Hold on, in here? Ooh, maybe not for vector 2. Closest coordinate would be a nice thing to have. Okay, let's try. You made it. Oh my God. You gave me false hope. All right. That's okay. Oh, better names for the things. I like closest coordinate. Maybe I'd do closest length and there's closest distance instead of closest length. It's okay though. It's okay. Those would be better names for sure. If we keep having trouble with it, I might switch it. Actually, I'll probably switch it in the actual function. That's a good idea. Okay. So let's fuck it. Please work. Don't be mad at me. Please work. Please print a bunch of things. Okay. Okay. Great. So let's see. What did it do? So first we just printed the distance. Yeah. Shit, yeah, you're right. Distance isn't a vector 2, it's just a number. It's just a floating value. Ugh. Fuck. This shit is like the epitome of, I don't know, like trying to use my education, like learning how to think critically and shit, and like it's like just beyond my reach. And maybe it's just barely at my reach. I don't know. It slips away momentarily, but then I can get it back. I'm not completely lost, but I mess up a lot. Okay, so we printed initially the you have 10 years of trauma in programming. Oh my God, bro. Don't say it like that. I'm trying to like dip my feet in here, get into the deep end, enjoy it. Don't call it trauma. Shit. Okay, we printed the floating value of our starting distance. So then every time we print, mine's just beginning. Yeah. It hasn't been so traumatic so far. There have been a few points where it has been. I'm not in college/uni. It was trauma. Yeah. I had my own traumatic experiences with a few difficult engineering classes, but a new language each semester, dude, yeah, fuck that. I would just like choose one. Probably not, but like, I don't know. Fuck, that's too much. That's too fast. Maybe if I was doing GDScript and Python at like the same time, it'd be fine because they're so similar. But my God. Okay, so we printed the first distance. So what we should see is every time we print a new distance, it's a smaller number. So then it decided, and actually, you know what? I don't like this. I'm gonna rerun this. No, it's fine. It's fine. Hey, JRT. So then we looked at this point, and this was its distance. So okay, it's the new good one. Then we looked at this point and this distance, even better. This point and this distance. Do I like Marvel? I think Marvel's all right. I'm not like, if I had some friends going to see the new like Deadpool Wolverine movie, I'd go see it, but like I don't. So I haven't seen it. I kind of want to, but yeah, I don't like Marvel that much. I got tired of the movies. Iron Man 2? At Iron Man 2, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. And I haven't seen any of them since then. We learned assembly, C, Pascal, Delphi, machine code, and JavaScript. Damn. And then Python. All right. All right. Assembly seems cool. I would like to learn some assembly just to do it, just to understand a bit about it. Now, okay, so yeah, I want to change this, and I want to, at the very beginning, I want to print our closest distance and our destination point. Other way though, because it looks like this works, but it's not presented cleanly. And then at the very end, I want to print that as well. Shit. Fuck it with it while the game's running. Don't do that. Assembly's juggling data manually in memory, not very fun. Yeah, but that sounds really interesting to have to do. Okay. So now what we should see is the second line is the distance to our chosen point. It should get smaller and smaller and smaller. And then the last value should be the same thing printed twice, which it is. Cool. It makes very fast drivers. Yeah, for sure. I think that's really cool. The trade-offs that you get when dealing with like a higher level thing like Python, where a lot of stuff is redesigned for the human to interact with it, but then the cost is that it's less efficient. It's super cool to go all the way in the other direction and to learn how to make code at the most basic level, where everything is complicated. It kind of seems like a little bit of like what Cosmo, a little bit of what Cosmo wants to do. Like he wants to make a game, but he wants to learn every single thing from the ground up, like writing his own code. Like, holy shit. That's a really cool thing philosophically, but I don't want to do that. I would like someone to explain to me how these functions work in Godot. The fucking work somebody had to put in to make them work, but other than that, I don't really want to spend a lot of time doing it. Figuring out how to do it myself, specifically. Okay, so we have what we need. We can now get our closest destination. So let's get rid of the printing. And then I guess we'll just take this whole thing and move it back down to where we need it. And then probably rename those variables. Okay, so we don't actually need array 4. And then we'll define destination point down here. Yeah, I know you're mad. Okay, so yeah, we're just, all of you gets replaced. And then let's move these. I do like having the variables at the very beginning, right after the, no, okay, no, yeah, no, we're gonna rearrange some stuff. Let's put the comment at the top of the function. I like that. That seems smart. Then you just like, it's right next to the function, but it's not in the body of the function. It's not just like ruining the flow of the things. So then we define two variables. We'll rename them in a moment. And why are you mad? Unindent doesn't match the previous indentation level? Oh, yeah, why did I have the variables indented so much? Weird. Aren't you meant to take O as the first element? Yes, 0. I was choosing that value because I knew it was further away from Radicate. Because I didn't want to run this test and start with the closest value, which is what was going to happen if I used 0. But that was before I moved Radicate. I think once I moved Radicate, 0 would have been the second closest. But I wanted to see all of this happen, so then I tried to choose the furthest or the second furthest value away from where Radicate ended up, which was number 1. But yeah, good point. It should absolutely put that back. So then we need to indent you more because you're part of this if statement. And then you as well, right? Like this should all be indented more because you're part of this if statement. Okay. And then let's unindent the code, the comment, so the comment is easier to read. Okay, so if Radicate doesn't have a target prop, then he's deciding where to go. And to do that, he's going to find the closest point in array 3. And we start by guessing the first value is closest and checking that against all values of the array. Why not? Future me will probably appreciate full sentences. 2 years from now, me coming through here to like clean this up will probably appreciate full sentences. Okay, and so now, what do we do? Probably just calling this, doing closest position and closest distance. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Yeah. You can choose a random element of an array as a starter. Yeah, but I don't need to. It's gonna run through them all anyway, so like we'll just start at the beginning, like, right? Who cares? The reason changing this to a 1 I think was good just to temporarily check my printout. But I think starting with the first one is fine. So this is closest point and closest distance. Yes. Yell at me so I can find what I need to change. Thank you. Okay. Great. Okay, so now we kind of like step back, think about what we're trying to do, what we have done. Now Radicate has a point he can go to head off to while he sniffs. So then we need to send him there using the nav mesh. Okay, so let's pop this back out. Radicate, how do you do that? Ooh, well, okay, so this is weird. I've set up Radicate in a strange way. Have the navigation region as part of the world. It's a little bit odd. I think it'll still be okay, though. We'll find out. Okay, so go to best food source uses the nav mesh. Oh, right. Right, I didn't fix this. Right. Okay. Let's check out go to best water source. So... what fucking function do we use? So it's just like actor.nav and then get next path position. But that's after we've set a target for him. You have to have a target in mind to get a path position. How do we actually do that? Okay, so this is for seeking out water. Actually, shit, you know what? I need to open a backup real quick. So let's just do that. I need to restore the script where he goes to food, because I accidentally overwrote it with a different script. So then Godot. Then I should just be able to use the backup I was messing with a few days ago, because I haven't changed this script for a long time. Hopefully. Come on, buddy. Come on now. Okay, so we go to Eradicate. We go to best. No. Wow. I thought this backup I loaded many days ago, and it was last session that I screwed this up. Okay, well, all right. This backup is less old than I thought. Don't save. No. Okay, well then we need an even older backup. So let's do that. Just go to import. Go out. Nope. Go to C. Okay. Go to nope, not program files. It's Godot projects. And then backups, and then second most recent backup. No, it's that folder. It's just choose that folder. Okay, import and edit, baby. I was gonna do this last week after the stream, and I totally freaking forgot. Ooh, failed to load behave scripts. Uh-oh. I mean, that ain't my problem, because this is a fucking backup, but that's interesting. It should have all the add-on files. Okay, no, this isn't important. This isn't important. Just get what you need. It would be important if you had to restore this backup, but you don't currently, so don't worry about it. Okay, this is what we need. And we'll just put it right here. Great. Okay, now we no longer need to worry about all of the problems that this backup seems to have. Okay, great. So let's save this. Restored. Okay, so what is going to happen? Shit, this is the food source one, right? Yeah, go to best food. Okay, great. So this is the behavior tree section where Eradicate has found a food source, and he's not at it. He needs to go to it. And the reason I'm looking at that is because it uses the nav mesh to get him there. Need to reread this to figure out exactly how. So we set our target to our best food source. Okay. And then if the distance to that food source is very small, then we just say like, hey, we're there. We're at that food source. That target is also our current location. Okay. And that way we can eat from it. And then if that's the case, we say like, oh, great, we succeeded. If not, Then we move the actor to a position using actor.nav.getNextPath position. Now, how do you know navigation agent? How do you fucking know? How do you know where to actually send him? Damn, I remember setting him up, but I don't. I remember setting up the navigation stuff, but I don't remember this specific thing. Okay, so he has access to the navigation agent 2D. So maybe it's just specifically if I send him to a place, but I use the navigation agent, it will know, where's my world? If Raticate's here and I tell him to go here, it's just going to know, okay, don't just send him in a straight line. Use the navigation mesh to figure out like, oh, there's a wall there or something. In this case, he could basically go in a straight line. All right. Have we got it working? No, not fully. Not yet. Also, there's quite a few steps in between where I'm at and getting it to fucking work fully. So... okay, we can take this out because we got this functioning. So we specifically want to send Raticate to... send Raticate to closest point. So what we want to do is take the code from go to best food source. We want to move him to a position. Damn it. Yeah, I still just don't... I need to look up how to use the nav mesh then. I don't know how to tell Raticate which XY coordinate specifically to go to using this. And maybe we can just put a value in here and he'll go to it. Okay, so let me copy this because this is the important piece of code. Then I can be looking at it and thinking about it without jumping back and forth. And then where would we want it? So... okay, we run this for loop, or not even, we run through the array. Maybe it counts as a for loop. It's just a loop that loops once, but maybe it still counts. And this is all still if we don't have a target prop. Because our end goal is to get a target prop, so we shouldn't be doing any of this if we have a target prop. So great, we're indented the right amount. Okay. So yeah, we don't need to do actor dot because we're back on Raticate's script. Actor is referring to Raticate. And then I need to go to help, look at online documentation. And then what the hell? Oh, it's already open still. Okay, so then what the hell are we doing? I guess it wouldn't be navigation meshes. specifically, right? It's the navigation agent. It's the navigation agent 2D that we're trying to fuck with right now. So I guess I should just type that in without spaces or anything. Navigation agent 2D. Okay. Ooh, right. You can have them avoid objects. That's so cool. I think it's specifically they'll avoid other users of the navigation agent. So I don't think that's actually for like telling it to avoid objects it'll collide with. It's objects that are also navigating. But maybe it's also for things it'll collide with. I need to look up how to do that. I could make things look a little bit more, I don't know, fluid, realistic. Okay, so we set the target position property. Okay. So then let me go back and look where... I'm going to put that as a note. Where did I do that? In go to best food source. We have a target prop, but did we ever actually... Maybe in get best food? Previously, I was setting the target prop equal to the target position? Nav agent. Okay, there's nothing in here about that. So then maybe it is in the Raticate script. Okay. Wow, I have a whole fucking function for it? Oh boy. Oh boy, this streamer has no idea what the fuck he's doing. Okay. Well, at least this makes sense now. I don't know where I'm fucking calling this function. Like, and I had to be before because it was working. He was using the fucking navigation mesh. The navigation agent attached to Raticate was using the navigation mesh. Let me go look at the thirst stuff. Okay, so it was the step before where I was setting the target. And that makes sense. He would be like, am I at the target? No. Okay, then I need to navigate there. And that's where I would set it as my target. Okay. All right. Great. Things make sense. Still confused, but now it's like the good kind of confusion where I have an idea about how to wade forward. Okay. So then what we want is just to set our nav target as closest point. And then yeah, what was one of the move to position lines of code in here has a number after it. I thought that was like maybe the speed at which it would update, like the number of frames before it updated a new position or something. Let's look at that. Let's find out what that is. Oh, move toward is not in here? Why not? What are you part of? Are you part of the other thing? Are you part of the nav mesh? Not... Oh, you're just part of position. Okay. Let's see if I can just do like position dot move toward. I would like to know what that other value is. the float from, the float to, and then the float delta. Damn it. Don't understand that. You know the delta is like the frame rate in other contexts. Interesting. All right, well, then we'll take that out since I don't know what the fuck it's for. Can I click on the move toward function? No. Rude. Okay, all right, fine, whatever. Not important. We'll get it functioning without it, and if it won't function without it, then I'll figure out what it is. Okay. So now Raticate should just move toward that point. Could we just test that? What would happen? We'd have to turn on the timer back on that makes Raticate hungry. And then I don't know if everything else is functioning for that to happen. So we could just call this on ready. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. I'll call this, I'll put this as part of the @ready function. On ready function. Now it's just called the ready function. Fuck, whatever. Okay, what are you called? You're just called find food. We'll put it after everything else. And are we ready for that? We're not printing anything. And then he's just gonna head to the closest point. Yeah, fuck it. We'll see what happens. We'll see if he goes to the closest point. Oh, and then we can move him and see if he'll go to the other closest point. Zoom out. Raticate, you're not doing anything. Fuck. Okay. I don't know. Do I need... What do I need to change? Is it because I'm trying to do this before like anything is fucking instantiated? I wish there was a ready function and then a slightly after ready function. Okay, so this array should just be full at the beginning. It doesn't need to be filled based on objects that might not be in the game yet. So we should be able to still run all this. And to make sure, I'm just going to print closest point. Okay. Oh, we printed 2 of them. Oh, right, because I'm printing it as he's going through and finding the closer ones. Okay, buddy. So you found your closer point. So why aren't you going? You should just be moving to a new position, bro. Ooh, shit. Is it because I have this hidden? Maybe I need to unhide that. I think it was hidden before and Raticate was scurrying around doing some bullshit, so I don't think that's a problem. Could be, though. Shit, he might be like right fucking there anyway. Okay, so let me move Raticate. That would be really silly if the problem was that he was already at the point. So yeah, let's hide that again. Raticate, let's move you up here. Go up there. Okay. Runner again. What's your deal, buddy? Come on. Do something. Let's make sure. So I'm just running set navigation target prop. We should find that down here. Okay, so set target position. You should just want a vector 2. You do. You just want a vector 2, buddy. All right. And I'm putting in closest point. We printed that. That is, in fact, a vector 2. Just two fucking values. Okay, I guess we'll just print that then. Let's just print this guy. Maybe the problem is this is not triggering. Cannot get return value of call to set target position. Shit. Because it returns a void. Huh. For real? You wouldn't just give me the vector 2 value? Right, because this sets target position. So what I want is the nav's target position. Oh my god, my brain. My brain. Okay. Try that real quick. The last two values we get should be the same. Oop. Great. Okay. So now Raticate is closest to the first value in the array. So that whole for loop in the array does nothing for him. And then we are printing the nav target position. So why are you not moving toward it, my guy? Shit. Am I running this function that is giving him speed and stuff, but I'm not doing it here? Oh my god. How am I having so much trouble understanding this? I'm only a little bit sleep deprived. My head doesn't fucking hurt like it did on Friday. Actor, move to position. Using actor nav, get next path position. Huh. Yeah, where is this being used? Crap, right, that filters by name. I need to actually search. Shit. I need to like actually search all my scripts, not just like filter them by what their name is. Damn it. Okay. Function move to position, and it uses target position, which is a vector 2. And that is the thing that we are using in here, target position. Where else do you appear? Yes. Interesting. So I must actually be calling this somewhere. Probably in the behavior tree. Look. But otherwise, in this script, I'm not actually calling this function, right? Shit, it's specifically called move to position. Okay, no, I am calling it here. Okay, so then is the problem then calling it before it's defined? So when we call it using like actor dot and then move to position elsewhere, that's fine. But now that I'm trying to call it before defining it, let's see. So I should be able to move this up without a problem. Fuck. Don't like doing that. So yeah, if we put it way up here. Shit. But okay, would this actually make a difference? Because we're running find food as part of the ready function. Shit, maybe this doesn't. Maybe this isn't actually the thing to do here. Oh shit, and now this thing's mad at me. So, okay, so clearly it was fine where it was. Okay. Okay. So you are aware of the function. Why won't you send Radicate off to do his business? Do I actually need that weird 5 in there that I had before? Why was that value there? Why was that value there in the fucking water one? I can control Z here, right? Yeah, why are you here? Why are you here and it's not mad at you here? It's the actor position move toward and then get next path position. Shit, right, this is move toward. Actor position move toward. And then this. Did I grab the wrong thing? Huh. All right, something's funny here. I fucked something up. Okay, so then let's try grabbing this and then comparing the two. So I thought Raticate was doing the same thing when he was thirsty as when he was hungry. Just his target is different. In one instance, he's targeting water. In one instance, he's targeting food. But clearly he's not. And now I'm thinking I was trying to get move and slide, and I was trying to get his animations to work. And I left myself this note. Nav set velocity direction, and then all caps, why doesn't this work? Because I think what I realized is, based on the tutorial I followed, it was like teleporting Raticate from spot to spot instead of like giving him a velocity. And then because the way that I knew how to make Raticate look like he's walking to the left or walking up or walking down or walking right was by using his velocity and like normalizing it to figure out like, oh, his velocity is in that direction. That means he's walking right. Oh, it's in that direction. That means he's walking up. Put on the correct sprite so that looks correct. So I eventually got it working, but only for finding food. So, and this is the command that I was using for finding food. Move to position. So yeah, let's strip out actor, because we wouldn't need that here. So it's move to position versus move toward. Okay, so move to position was not working. Let's see what happens if we just run it like this. Now we're using position move toward, using the like nav, the next nav position. Nah, he ain't into it. Raticate, what's your deal, bro? Yeah, small. I'm trying to make a move to the position. So we set the position. Oh shit, I also should have not had that. Should have coded that out. Commented that out. Right, so this would have to run constantly, not just once. Ooh, you think you're supposed to send the position to the function. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So... now, I do think that's what's happening. Yeah, so what's being sent to the move to position function is the like get next path position from the navigation agent. And that's after a target destination has been set in the navigation agent. Target position that's set in is supposed to be a vector 2. Okay, so yeah, I think this might be a bad idea to be trying this as part of the ready function. So then what I want to do is we could just try it as part of the physics function. Because if the goal is to have this be part of, no, just put it before pass, bro. The goal is for this function to be happening as part of a behavior tree, in which case it is going to try to run every frame, but only within the right context, only until it's, well, only until he sniffs something, but we haven't even gotten to the point where he would actually be sniffing while he's moving. So yeah, this might be a way to test this. God, he's gonna keep recalculating this over and over. That's really annoying. Okay. Well, let me try this. It's gonna get mad at me because it's gonna print a lot. But then I think what we need to do is add in some functionality here, which would be helpful in the, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's because it needs to be part of the, it needs to be called over and over and over. He's going to just do 1 frame's worth of navigation, and it was probably imperceptible. Okay. Okay. So great, it does work, but then we need to add in some protection so that he's not, right now, he's constantly printing this, but that's just a symptom of the problem that he's constantly calculating where he needs to go. And he only needs to do that when he doesn't have a destination in mind. Ugh. Okay. Okay. So we only run the array for loop thing. If what? If closest point equals null? Because once we get in here and run it, we do the whole thing. So we get our closest point. So so right here, if closest point is null, shoot, yeah, I'll give you a colon. Sorry. God, then we have to indent everything again. Is this how I want to do it? Fuck. Okay, so the whole thing only happens if we don't have a target prop. Yes. Then we also only want to be doing this calculation if we have no closest point. Then we go in and we find our best closest point. And this part where we move to it should not be part of that if. So if we don't have a target prop, which we won't, but we do have a closest point, then all we do is move toward that closest point. Okay. Let's see if that works. So then what we want to see is not constant crap. Not this. Actually, Raticate, are you just like printing your position? What is... Oh, I'm printing the nav target position. But again, I should only be doing that if the closest point is null, and we make it not null very quickly. We give it some value very quickly. Yeah, Eradicate, what the hell are you up to? Huh. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's just make sure we're not just printing things. Just make you a comment real quick. And we should just be printing nothing. Right? We're not printing things from any other source. Right? Now. Okay. Everything being printed is from the find food function. Find food function. So let me run this again, and Eradicate is just gonna fucking go. And just, he's printing. Why is he printing? Why are you printing so much, my guy? Don't do that. Don't fucking print so many things. Okay. This is everything inside that if statement. And it looks like... What the fuck? Yeah, what is being printed? Two different values back and forth? I swear there should only be one value being printed, and that should be the closest point. And it should only be printed a few times while the loop is happening. And then it shouldn't keep printing. Maybe because this is part of the physics process, so it's printing... It's running this every frame. But either way, it should stop. The moment, even though it's trying to run this function every single frame, eventually a closest point is defined. And then it should stop doing this. Godot, why are you so confusing? And then also, certainly, it shouldn't be printing... Okay, well, actually, no. As Eradicate moves, a different point is going to be closest to him. Sure. And also, like, Eradicate, are you actually going to the closest point? I don't think you are. Yeah, you should be going to 328.80. Can I see where that is? Okay, I guess what I could do is I could move Eradicate. And then, shit, at the bottom of this, it's going to say... Okay. So this is the point he should be going to. This is the closest point. That's what comes up on the printout as the calculation. And we can see it's done once for every member of that loop, I think. Every member of the array. Give me the top. The array has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, it has 6 values in it, actually. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Bro, what is happening here? Okay. Eradicate is supposed to go to the closest point, and he's absolutely not. Huh. Okay, I need to figure out why we're printing so much info, and I need to figure out why Radicate's not going to the first point that's closest to him. We're choosing the point correctly. Like mathematically, the calculation's right because I keep seeing the correct point being chosen over and over. Every time it goes through the for loop, it's like, no, it's this one. What it's calling find food. Right now, it's just the physics process. Because I wanted to test and see if the problem with the with using the navigation agent to move towards something, if the problem was that needs to be called more than once. So yeah, it's printing because it's running every frame, but eventually it should stop printing, I would think, because we're only printing the only spot we're printing is if closest point is null. And after this runs once, closest point is no longer null. So it should only go through this once, print out a series of values while it's doing this for loop, and then it should stop doing that. Maybe the problem is I'm defining these variables within this function. And so when the function runs, when an instance of the function runs, it's like they're null again. Hey, M6. I could try moving them. It resets the variable because I'm redeclaring it. Okay, cool. Thanks, Mom. How do I do? I'm doing okay. I had a bit of a shitty weekend. Like weird stomach pain that's stopping me from sleeping. It's been a recurring problem, but this weekend it was like so bad. So that's kind of lame, but I needed a good distraction, and this has been entertaining. So, you know, I'm doing all right. I'm surviving. I'm not in considerable discomfort now like I was over the weekend, so, you know, count your blessings, I guess. Okay, so we're going to define this function up here. You hope me it goes better then? Thank you. How are you doing, M6? Let's put these here. Okay, so now we won't be redeclaring the variables. It's good to learn that means they're reset to null if I'm not setting them to something. Okay. They will still start null, but then we will immediately define them, and we shouldn't have the same problem. Let's see. You're good. Prepping for a day trip tomorrow, so you're inundated with... Why do I agree to social things inside your brain? Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I hope it goes well. Some social things that I panic about actually end up being great. If you're going with cool people, it should be good. Okay. So he did go. He went to the right spot. And it's not printing like crazy. Okay. Good job, Radicate. Great. Now what? So, we now need to just go to the next point. We also need to be ready to stop this the moment that he finds a bush with a berry on it. Fuck. Not so much panic, it's more like, ugh, I want to be home instead. Yeah, I like being at home too. All my cool stuff is at home. Most of it. Going out can be good. If you're with good people doing cool stuff, it can be good. Okay, so what do we do? We add in code so that when he arrives, we want to rerun this. So if Radicate's position equals the closest point, then we set closest point to null. And we redo the calculation. It's gonna be great after all. You planned it. All right. Okay. Well, now I have less pity for you. Now I feel like you should put on your big boy pants and have a talk with your brain about how it's worried about nothing. You decided you want to do it. Got an aquarium, 2 museums, and 3 parks to visit. Sweet. Cool. That sounds like it should be fun. If any one of those things falls through, there should still be cool stuff to do. I have been... Crazy Pants and I have been trying to visit like museums and stuff, and like a bunch of them have negative reviews that are like they're just randomly closed. Like they don't warn anybody. They're just randomly fucking closed. And like that's so lame. If I was gonna drive an hour to go see a museum and then like they're just fucking closed, like that's fucked up. Don't do that. Okay, so we've moved Radicate to the closest position. And then... Oh, he needs... Okay. Shit. He needs to go to the closest position that's not like where he is. Because if he recalculates the closest position, it's just going to be right where he is. He's not going to do anything. We need to send him through all the different positions. No, wait, I already thought about this. We just increment the index of the thing he's going toward. Shit. Okay. Too far into STEM, anything like that's a magnet for you? Yeah, for sure. You don't care if it's for kids you're going. Honestly, museums for kids can be really cool because they'll have a bunch of hands-on like experiments and shit. Instead of like, look at this cool piece of art, it'll be like, this is how electricity works. Here, fuck around with this machine that demonstrates how electricity works. Shit. There's a place in San Francisco called the Exploratorium that has a bunch of cool stuff like that. It's very fun. Okay, so the next part of what we want to do is actually not to calculate the closest point again. It's to go to the next value in the array. Fuck. Okay. Okay. So, how do I do that? We have the closest point stored as a value. So we need to find that value in the array. Then we need to find that address and add 1 to it. And then we set that. Okay. Yeah, let's explain this. So we have the closest point. Find its position in the array. Increment that by 1 and set that to the new target position? Yeah. Okay. Step by step. All right. So we need to find a value inside an array. You know nothing about coding, but the correct answer is hunger_high. Oh my god. Oh, because what's calling the find food function. That's cute. Now, eventually that will be true. Right now, we're doing some like weird mental surgery to Eradicate, and he's just hungry all the time. But he will actually go find food when his hunger is high, when we connect everything properly. Okay, so how the fuck? I think I just had array 2's open at some point. Vector 2's? Shit. Yeah, and it wouldn't be an array 2, it's just an array. Okay, I need to find a value in you. I have found max. So... okay, so then let's print. It would be like array 3 find, and then like we want to find we just want to find the closest point. And let's see what that gives us. If it just gives us the index value, then like we're fucking gold. That would be fucking gravy. It's probably not going to be that. I think that is what it is. Printing 5. Greg, you're in the way. You're adorable, but you're in the way. Okay, so we need to check and see. Find our array. What is the 5th value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that is the first value it printed. What is the second value that I'm printing here? What has happened? Thought those values would match. What the fuck are we printing? It's not you. It's the thing we're printing before you. Huh. So the only thing we're doing is printing the new closest point if there is a closer point. So we did that, and we printed the starting value we printed is not the same as the second value, which that's good. They should never be the same. But the second value we printed should now be designated as the closest. Holy shit. You start counting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's correct. It's printing 5 because that means it's the 6th value, and the 6th value is the one it should have been printing all along. God damn it. All right. Fuck. Okay. So it works. It does give us the index value. It gives us what we need. So now we want to just add 1 to that. So we want to just add 1 to that. And so now Raticate will go to the next value. If we set target position equal to that. And shit. It's the nav target position. No, we need to do nav set. You do set target position, and then you put this in parentheses. Oh my god, bro. Right, it's not a variable. It's like a property? Something like that. Can I find property target position on base callable? Shit. That's supposed to be an underscore. Oops. Are you less mad now? No, you're still mad. Right. Okay, right. Because no, now we have the address. And so we need, right. You gotta go one step more. So bracket here. Bracket. Nope, wrong bracket. Okay. And so then this would be array 3. The value in array 3 that is equal to this, that's at this address, and this address is the address in array 3 that we were using a second ago plus 1. Okay. And now this should work until we get to the end of the list, which we are at the end of the list. Okay, we're getting ifs nested inside of ifs, but this should be kind of simple. So okay, we have array 3 size, right? I think that's a thing. So if no, back it up. Bunch of mini Fs on your end just for my information. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. That sounds bad. Well, I'll deal with it in an hour. Oh, Twitch is buckling. Great. You know, Crazy Pants, I thought what you meant is you were back from Restore. And that, like, that part went bad. They didn't have the thing that you wanted to get. Great. Now I get it, because, like F for the, sure, for the stream. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. Hopefully it's not happening to everybody. Oh well. If it is, watch this on YouTube tomorrow, because that I'm recording. Yes, I'm recording that locally. And also now I realize Crazy Pants probably has no idea what I'm saying, because it's, stream's fucking up. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna go back to what I was doing then. Okay, so we can get the size of array 3, and oh, you said before you got them and discounted. Oh fuck, I missed it. I fucking missed it. Great. Actually, that might be a kind of funny story to share. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't share that story. I don't think eBay people will be watching. There's a Yeah, no, yeah, I'm gonna share it because it's funny. There's a place called Habitat for Humanity Restore. It's a store where they sell things that they get donated to them. Sometimes like Amazon pallets just full of random shit. So like usually you go there and it's kind of like a thrift store, but it's just so much weird random stuff. But they got donated like hundreds of these like very expensive Transformer models, and like they've just had them for weeks. So I was like, okay, it'd be really funny. They're half price at Restore. What if I just like took a picture of it and posted that on eBay for sale? And then if somebody wants to buy one, like a little bit under retail, then I can just go buy one and then sell it. I can ship it to them, and I'll make like some cash. And I did that, and 2 people bought them. So like, sweet, they get a deal, and I get basically some free money. You know, probably not smart to post things on eBay you don't actually have for sale. And probably if eBay hears about it, they're going to be like, whoa, bro. But, you know, just nobody fucking tell anybody, all right? Also, like, what's the worst that would happen? I would cancel the thing and be like, sorry, I have to pay eBay's processing fees for canceling the order. I didn't, and I actually can't send you that model, person who bought it. Whoopsie. You thought you were getting a pretty sweet deal, and so did I. Nope, didn't work out. But it did work out. Woohoo. All right, so back to this. Back to the relevant thing. So what we need to do is, if the index of the of our closest position, this thing, if array3.find open parenthesis closest point, that value, if that is if it's less than, no, that's the greater. So if it's less than the size of array 3, then we can just add 1. We can make our new target the value in the array that's 1 after, right? Because that's like saying if we're here, then make that your next target. If you're here, make that your next target, and you keep going until you get here, and then you can't make this your next target, and so then you just have to set it back to 0. So we could just handle it with an else, I guess. I'm more comfortable not doing that. Elses always worry me because they're like, if you haven't thought of all of the situations that else includes, then like, oops, you might fuck up. Like maybe I think we're okay. So if it's not, if we can't do this, if array 3 find closest point is not less than array 3 size, and it's going to be equal to it. It can never be bigger. I hope. Again, hopefully I'm conceptualizing this correctly. Then all that we do is we're just looping back around to 0. Okay. And is this okay? So I think we need more logic in here because I think I'm jumping the gun here. So okay. So we're updating our position. Ooh, okay, how do I do this? I need to send Radicate to that first position, which is what this is doing. But then once he gets there, we need new positions. But not before that. Fuck. This is so crazy. Like, I know I can construct this out of the simplest bits of logic, but actually doing it is tickling my brain. Okay, I've got an hour. I bet I can figure this out in an hour. Okay, so... Ooh. What are we figuring? I need to cleanly... We can get Raticate to the first position, right? And then I have figured out, once he gets there, I have figured out how to select his next target. But what I haven't figured out is how to tell him to only do that once he gets there. So, do we... Okay, this still needs to take place... Shit. Where does this take place? So first we're inside this if statement because we start with the closest point being null. But then very quickly we define it as not being null. And then we send Raticate off to that point. So then after that, we could basically be like, if Raticate's position is equal to closest point? Like, this is like he got there. So if it's null, we find out what closest point is and we send him off to it. Then if he gets there, then we do this, where we figure out a new target position for him. And essentially all we're doing is we go to the next position. If he went to the third number, then we're like, okay, now go to the fourth one, because they're all lined up chronologically, spatially. They're lined up spatially to be like a little loop. And so whatever part of the loop he's closest to, he's going to go to that and then just get into the cycle of going around the loop. So, right. Always forgetting the colon. So, okay, should I do it like that? Or should I not bother with this variable? It should be, if position is equal to like nav, yeah. So if he gets to the nav target position, then we choose a new target position. And that handles itself over and over again in the future. We'll be able to keep using this line of code to keep moving toward that position. And if we ever get to that position, then we choose a new one in the list. This might just work now. Ah, Raticate, you're fucking rude, buddy. Oh my god, he still has that weird quirk where he thinks he needs to walk to that corner. Okay. All right, so we have failed. He has gone to the first point. After walking to that weird corner he thinks he has to walk to. And he's not going to the other ones. Okay, so let's start printing some stuff to figure out what the deal is. So how about... Let's start off by printing his position. And, we'll just do it as one line. Do it as one little print line. The nav target position. right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Fine. Save it. Do that. So at the very least, by the end of this, the values aren't the same. Okay. Okay. His target is 328,80, but he's at 327.99997, 80. Oh, 80.00006. Okay. Was the easiest way to do this like to round it? Like if we could just round his position. Could you do that? Rounding errors. Oh my god. I want to like round a value. Fuck. You're just gonna give me value a bunch. Yeah. Yeah, I deserve this. Okay. This method can also be used to round the components to an arbitrary number of decimals. Yeah, that's what I need. I just need some human to be like, you do round and then like whatever number of decimals. Round just takes one argument and turns a float into an int. Okay, yeah, that's not what I want. I want to round to the number of decimals that I want. Ooh, for those searching for the Godot 4 equivalent. Snapped. That sounds cool. Returns the multiple of step that is closest to X. Oh. This can be used to round a floating point number to an arbitrary number of decimals. Sure. Oh my god. It's so cool to have a function that is like what you need, but it's like deeper. And then you just have to use it in a weird way. So what we want to do is like snap, yeah, to a decimal, a small decimal value. Okay. I mean, actually, do we just snap to 1? Okay, so can we do that? You need a vector 2. Right, because inside of that you actually put the number. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm formatting this wrong. So we would just, if snapped position comma 1? And to double check that, we're gonna print snapped position comma 1. And also nav target position. So that should round, it should snap the position value to the nearest whole number. But fuck, I put in position is a vector. And literally the next example is like, yo dog, you can just do a vector. But you have to, the snapping thing has to be a vector. Yeah, this is so cool. Okay. So it's just going to be like a vector 2, 1, 1. Then I need another parenthesis though. I hate Godot tries to, like, when you open parentheses, it tries to close them automatically. But then also sometimes you close them and it'll be like, oh, I already tried to close them for you, so I'm gonna delete this one that I typed in. But like, actually, no, Godot, you didn't type this one in. I need both of these parentheses. Don't delete that one. Don't do that. I think if I understood how to use that, it would save time. Seems like it's trying to help me and I'm not doing it. Maybe you also could do distance 2 again to see if the distance is less than 10 and then it's arrived. Yeah, that's a good point. That was a thing that I did for a different part of the behavior tree. And that might be a smarter thing to do because Raticate may not be able to get directly to this thing, to get directly onto these points if like another creature is standing on it or something, or the player is standing on it. So yeah, that's a good point. For science, I want to see if this works. But I absolutely should have thought about the fact that if he can't get there, then that's a problem. So yeah, let's change it to that. Let's do the distance check. But only after we do this. Oh. Shit.
Yahoo!
Hey, Booski. That was not a cheer moment. It didn't work. That's okay though. It's not size. Oh my god. Okay, what is the thing that gives you the size of an array? I'm just gonna Google that. Damn it. Okay, fine. Fine. What? Its length? Fuck. Damn it. I hate the way that... Oh, length is only in here? No way. What the fuck? Okay, back to the top. All, any, append, assign, back, be search, clear, count? Be count? You were trolling, sorry, Anna. All right. Returns the number of times an element is in the array. Okay, you're counting the... Okay. I guess let me jump down to see if length is a thing. No. I thought it was just fucking size. I need the parentheses. Oh. Such a dummy. Okay. Let's try her again. Okay, so it's clearly working because we're printing out our rounded shit. And also VLC player crashed. I was like, wow, whatever song intro this is quite slow. No. All right. Fuck. Okay, what did I do this time? Invalid get index 6 on base array. I tried to make this 6. Now I thought I had it set up so I wouldn't do that. So then I set the logic up wrong. Okay, if this array value Oh, I did the thing. I did the thing where because it starts counting at 0, this index value is 5, but its size is 6. So I need to do like a -1. So now this will match. Or we could even, I think maybe conceptually I see it better as +1 over here. So the size of it would be 6. But then this will be 5 + 1, which will be 6. And since 6 is not less than 6, then we should just do that. God. All right, Raticate. Just arrive and don't crash. And then, oh my God, he's doing it. He's going to the other spots. Buddy, wait, there's another spot though. Why did you... You went to the next one. Okay, so like kind of progress. Okay, so why didn't you set a new target position? You should have set a new target position to the next value in the array. Damn it. DLC player, why are you so loud right now? Why did you restart at 200% volume? Don't do that. Don't fucking do that, buddy. That's fucking rude. Does it when it crashes. And I bet when it goes to the next song. Hold on, let's just try it. Okay, great, it didn't. Sometimes it resets the volume to 200%. Fucking brutal. Okay, so I want to get this functionality down before I do what Small Brain mentioned, which is change this instead of like when he arrives right on the spot, make it when he's like within 10 pixels or something. Or maybe 16, like the size of a tile. So if there's something on top of it, he can still consider that himself that he got there. Okay, but that's not our problem yet. We don't care about fixing that yet. So I think what I want to do... What am I trying to do again? So I'm trying to give him a series of points to go to. And the idea is that he's going to be moving from point to point, and the whole time he's going to be sniffing to find a berry. I will change how the points are determined later. With the newer version of Godot, there's a function that I can use to randomly choose points within the nav mesh. But for now, it's just a bunch of preset points kind of spread out throughout Raticate's territory where he expects bushes to spawn. And so the idea is he goes from point to point hunting for bushes with berries if he cannot find one. The moment he finds a bush with a berry, he's going to stop doing all of this and go eat that berry. Ideally, that's what's going to happen. That's not clear. I can re-explain it in different words. Okay, so let's stop printing this. I would like you... print the nav target position. Oh, nav has a function that's like target reached. Oh, I bet we could use that. Ooh. Oh, it's a signal it can naturally emit. It can emit a signal when it's reached, sure. But we can also check, is it reached? That's very cool. Whoa. Sing my flute while I eat that bush's berry. That's a reference to that one song. Eat that bush. Sounds not great. Can't I just call the find food function again to redo the loop? Or is this for if there's no values in the array? It's not for if there's no values in the array. The problem I was having is if he gets into the loop looking for his closest location, when he arrives at that location, if he goes to check the closest location again, it'll be the thing he's standing on. And so then my thought was, you just increment to the next point. You just do some quick little math to send him to the next part of the loop, and then the next part, and then the next part. We could have him calculate the second closest point. But I thought it was easier to just go to the next address in the array. Which also is good because I hadn't really worked with that stuff. Like finding a value in the array and figuring out that gets you the address, the index value. I think that was a good little exercise. I mean, that is if this works. It worked one time, and it didn't go again. Which feels weird. It feels like this should have kept going. Should have kept repeating. Actually, okay, maybe we do print this again. Okay, let me just see. I want to rerun that. Rerun it. I want to make sure he actually arrives at the second point. Because then maybe we have the other problem that Small Brain was mentioning, that we should consider him arrived if he gets close. Nah, he's right there. He's right there. He wants to get to 824.264, and he is at 824.264. Okay, so there's some other kind of thing logically going wrong. So for now, we stop printing his location and his target location because we know he's going to make it. And I would like to start printing the target position. Yeah, because we should be setting the target position to a new value. So each time we would set it to a new value, I would like to print what it's going to be. And I guess also, I would like to print it the first time we set it. Okay. So now we should be printing out any time that the target position would be changed, including when it's first created. Okay. All right. Okay, he is constantly printing it, so it is constantly trying to choose a new value, but something's up. So, oh, I'm a fool. I'm continuing to use the closest point. I'm adding one to closest point. Okay. It's not the closest point. We want his snapped position. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to change closest point to his target point. Terminology-wise, I think it should be target point, and then I should be using it in here. Yeah. We should change it to target point and target distance. And hopefully that doesn't step on anybody's toes. I don't think those have been used at all. We'd have target point and target distance, and so then that, terminology-wise, makes more sense for what I'm going to use it for in the second section. And so, yeah, shit, let's just... Where else are you? Here, and here, and here, and here. Okay. And then we want to change you to target distance. Okay. Okay, so now we have terminology that makes more sense. And... Okay, so yeah, let's back up a little bit and then redefine how we're doing this. So currently, we're rounding Raticate's current position and comparing that to the target position that we're navigating to. So I think the better thing to do would be if the nav target position minus Raticate's position is less than 10. I think that's a good number. No, we'll go with tile size. Why not? If it's less than 16, then we'll consider that, like, okay, Raticate made it. He might be a tile off, but he made it. And so then if that's the case, then we need to do some things. And I think we're just one step away from making this work. I was using target point, but we weren't actually updating target point. So what we need to do is when we set a new position, when we set a new target position, we also need to then we just set target point. Oh my god, learn to type. Equal to the new nav target position. Right? We set our target position up here to a new point, and so that should be our target point. And so now I think the smarter thing to do would be to print our target point. That's what we want to be printing. Got a dumb bitch bot in here. Goodbye, dumb bitch bot. Right. These are... Godot's mad at me because I was pretending that these aren't vectors. Mentally forgot that. Okay, so... it's gonna be like distance 2. Take the position, we check the distance to it from nav target position if that is less than 16. And it's a distance, so it should always be a positive value. Great. Oh, okay. I feel like maybe structure formatting is rubbing off on me, because then I guess that's how it should be. It felt right, and that it's not mad at me, so maybe we're good. Okay, so Raticate gets close to his thing. He gets close to his target, then he needs to set the next one on the list as his new target. And then we're going to print that. We're going to print that target point. And so then that should fix the problem where earlier Eradicate was only going to the second point because he was just going to the point after the target point because we weren't updating what the target point was. Now we're updating what the target point is. We got to do it there too. And let's just print target point there. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's fucking see. Come on, Eradicate. Just go in a circle for me, buddy. Yep, you got to go touch your weird corner. I know, it's okay. I know some of us have OCD. It's all right, buddy. Go to the next one. Go to the next one, you fucking rat. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're going back. Oh, okay. Yeah, the nav mesh is fucked up. It's cool that you can automatically make a nav mesh, but it's clearly messed up. Oh. Cool, and he'll just go around in a circle. Yeah, well, kind of a circle. A circle...
Yeah.
Almost. Oh, thanks, Crazy Pants. Let's all celebrate Radicate's success. Sweet, dude. Okay. Okay, so I've got like 30 minutes left. Let's end this. Let's stop that. I think maybe the best thing to do, I don't want to just end in the middle of something and not know what I'm doing. So let's go back to my document. Okay, so what the fuck? What the fuck are we doing? This was just the high, like a high level, like what we need to do. Return running has Eradicate searches to find food. So yeah, let's go monitor that, right? Because I don't remember exactly where I am with that. Hey, Duncan Stamp. Oh my god, I can't speak. Sorry. You're curious? Do I play D&D, Dungeons and Dragons? No, I don't. I've always wanted to, but when I wanted to play it in high school, all my friends were like too cool for it, and then like the moment I left high school to go to college, they started playing D&D. They kind of suck, so I don't talk to pretty much any of them anymore for other reasons, like not being cool with trans people. So, you know, they suck. So maybe it was great I didn't play D&D with them. But anyway, I've never really had a chance to. I would love to, though. I assume you play D&D? It seems fun. If you may ask, would a Star Wars Evil D&D campaign maybe interest me? It's a political strategic theme. You're organizing the campaign you just mentioned. Yeah, I would give it a try. That could be fun. I don't know if it would be something I would stream, which may or may not be something you would be interested in. I think I'd be down to give it a try. As long as I think the main thing would be like the other people involved. How chill are they? I remind you of an IT buddy you're friends with. Similar communication style and appearance. Interesting. All right, well, yeah. If you organize it, you could message me on Twitch or come to the Discord and message me on there. And yeah, I'd be down to give it a try. I've always wanted to play D&D. Everyone involved is chill, and I could probably stream it. Ooh. Maybe on the streaming thing. We could give it a try. I wouldn't know like how to make it good. I'd have to look some stuff up. If you may show the schedule first, this is usually the killer. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, Monday and Friday are like 2 days that I'm busy in the evening. Pretty much that time any other day of the week, and it would work. Damn, that's brutal. I could be the ideal Dark Emperor type. Nah, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I could have fun coming up with like evil ideas, but I don't know if I could really sell being gleeful about it. You could arrange something maybe, you're still planning. Yeah, like basically weekends is like chores and getting food and making sure that like I don't know, doing the important like adult things. And then weekdays like Monday and Friday evenings I'm busy. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday evenings. And also I'm in California, so Pacific time. Really like late afternoon and on, I'm good. Like to be in contact either way. You're always interested to make new friends if I'm interested. Yeah, for sure, dude. Like I said, either message me, hop into the Discord and you can find me on there, or just send me a whisper on Twitch. And like if you have a Discord you're organizing it in or something, like give me an invite link to that or something. You could probably put it in chat and like nobody would do anything. Most people in chat seem pretty chill, but you know, I feel like a whisper would probably be a smarter way to do it. Yeah. Monday through Friday is best for you. You're never home during the weekends. Okay, so yeah, then basically Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday would be what would have to work. And yeah, that a good point about scheduling being the killer. I know that's a pretty narrow window. Fuck. Call and discuss it sometime? Maybe even Thursday. Sure, yeah, we could do a short call Thursday. Just send me a message about it on Discord. And then I gotta get some notes set in place for me for when I pick this project back up. Got 10 to 20 minutes to get that done. Okay. So I have the position moving. Eradicate moves to position, and I need to get him to stop it for sure. What part of California? I live in Northern California, like north of Sacramento. So like almost as north as possible. It is quite expensive to live here. It's fucking brutal. You're from Ohio. Cool. I have family in Ohio. Who I really should talk to more. They're pretty cool. Specifically Columbus. I know Columbus. I've been to Columbus a few times. That's about it, though. Okay, so we did this. We got that done. And I guess I'm going to leave this note in the right spot. So... Okay, actually, no, there is a note there. That's fine. Great. Okay. We're choosing the next part of the destination. So that's going to be... We don't want to print this anymore. That's going to be right here. And then... Right. Okay, so that... Okay. So when we pick back up, we need to deal with the fact that if Eradicate goes around in the loop once, he's not going to keep going around in the loop. He's going to go into his den. And then these other two notes. Okay, we know Eradicate's going to be sniffing all along. That just automatically happens. We also need to deal with the fact that if he finds a bush, we need to stop him. You're from the Dayton region? Yeah, I don't know where that is, sorry. You've been to Columbus to go to the zoo a few times and the airport. Traffic in Columbus is nerve-wracking. Yeah, I went there a lot as a kid, so traffic wasn't really as bad. There's a sweet, I think, Air Force Museum, either in or around Columbus, and my family is very... Well, my grandfather was in the Air Force, and so was my uncle, who is the one who lives there. Okay, so pick up, finishing these notes from Eradicate script. All right, cool. Okay, so that's easy enough. I think that's good. You DM me in Discord, sweet. What part of Columbus? Something with a beaver in its name. I think it's like Beaver Creek or something is the place they live. But you know, any more specific than that, and I would feel like I don't know, like doxing my family. Actually, I don't even know more specific info than that. Like I have their address, but I don't know it, you know. Beaver Creek is closer to you. Yeah, I don't know the geography of the place enough. I know Dayton is like a pretty big spot, so unless there's a city there you don't know of. Yeah, it's always possible. Okay, is there anything else I need to conceptually think about? I think if we do this, then we're back to being done. Oh, thanks for following, Duncan. Hopefully we can make the D&D thing work. Okay, let's go back. If we look at the behavior tree. So right now, Eradicate is dealing with finding his best food source. And then once we find it, we can just plug into all the other things we were doing before. Then we need to go do the same thing for water. Okay, yep, that's a good thing to note. Nice to meet another dope Callie, dude. I'm all right. I don't know about dope. I'm okay. It's a cooler vibe out there. Yeah, in general, I would say it's like a cool vibe, but it's also like, you know, there's problems. Sometimes problems that maybe we shouldn't keep our cool about. Okay. So then I think I can delete all of this, because this is what we were working on. And then I can also delete this because I already reconceptualized how to work this in. We did. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. And then these things I still need to do. All right. Sweet. For an anxious chat tab, we sure are all very chill. Yeah, it's like inside I'm dying, you know? But it's like always happening. Streaming is like a lesson in teaching myself that it's like, it's okay to face your anxiety fears. Like, what's the worst that could happen? I'll maybe be a little bit embarrassed. I don't know. I feel like it helps me instead of being like stuck worrying about things that make me anxious. It makes me just like accept that things that make you anxious, it's because something might go bad, and like, it's okay if it goes bad. It's all right. Did I build a cubic style bookshelf? It is from IKEA. They had they released a line of like unfinished pine products, and that's one of them. It's like, it's solid wood, but it's pine, so it's not like really nice. It's pretty good for what it is though. IT geeks are usually introverted, yeah, for sure. You've never been to an IKEA? Yeah, it's a real mixed bag. They have like some really nice things and a lot of stuff that's like, eh. Like, it looks nice, but it doesn't stay together well. It's relatively inexpensive, though, you know? Their stuff is too modern for you. Yeah, I would say for me in general, too. I kind of think the bookshelves are a nice middle ground. They're so, like, simple. Just the unfinished pine surface looks nice. It's not, like, sleek and... I don't know, a lot of their products are, like, engineered wood that's, like, covered in, like, a layer of plastic, and, like, it looks really nice, but if you break a corner of it, like, you're totally screwed. The whole thing is just, like, broken apart. The bookshelves are cool. You hate fake wood. Yeah, me too. Fake wood and things that just aren't solid pieces of wood just don't wear as well. It's kind of brutal. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up a little bit early. I don't want to jump into the next steps of this with only like 10 minutes left. So yeah, we're gonna end it there. Tomorrow I'm gonna work on lore for this game, and the next day, and then Friday it's back to doing coding stuff for it. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a nice day. See you around. Real wood's expensive, yeah, for sure. It's difficult. That was the main reason I got these. They're real wood, but they're like kind of cost effective. Anyway, have a nice day, Duncan. It was nice to meet you, dude. And also everybody else, have a good one.